Yo, yo, yo. How are we doing, dudes? How are we doing today? Am I live yet? I don't think so. Mahrez. What's the score of the game? Welcome, everyone. Hopefully, y'all are having a good day. Dude, it's so weird to have them all on the loading screen. Doesn't look right. Why did they do that? They're going to try to bring everything out at once. Banker, what's up, buddy? Yo, 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 long time no see. What's up, brother? Alright, we're at over 1,100 packs now. We got to update that. We'll look at an exact number later. Thoughts on the new League SBCs? I like that they kept the bigger one the same, because that's the best one to grind, in my opinion, for the best packs and the recycled fodder and stuff. But changing the low-end one to essentially be low-end and very cheap, I love. It's even going to get cheaper. Remember, one of the reasons why it's going to have a little bit more value to it for the like 68 rated ones. If we look at it real quick, hold on, let me go in. Yeah, I saw they were playing. I haven't been watching the game, though. Any trading method you can give for Team of the Year grind? Libertador's bidding, buddy. I'll link you the trading playlist. We got the League SBC back. Different requirements, so it's going to be less value per card, I feel like. You only need 6 instead of 11 from the same team. But there's still going to be a ton of flips you can do. But no, so this one, bronze pack method or low rated cards, no problem. It's this one that's going to be weird. So it's Bundesliga 2, Serie BKT. What you could do if you wanted to, I'm pretty sure there's going to be I'm pretty sure there's Bundesliga 2 golds or Serie B golds. You could just put 1 or 2 of those golds in there, and then you just use bronzes and you should be good. Yep, everything's usable now, boys. Prices have gone down. I believe everything's... So, a couple different factors right now. Let's pause real quick. So, for lib prices, for those of you wondering, first of all, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Let's explain lib prices real quick, what changed with them. So, with this new SBC out, we got the 2 new SBCs, the Premium Mixed League Upgrade. This is the exact same. Everything's carbon copy, the same thing. So for those of you who do Eredivisie Silver Sniping, that's going to be perfect. You still need 11 players from the same club. People are still complaining about that. I don't know why. In my opinion, this is a perfect League SBC. I'm glad they didn't touch it. But when it comes to this one's going to be way more low end and easily repeatable for people doing BPM or want to stay away from the bigger one. The only thing, though, is the difference this time around is you only need 6 from the same club. So remember when I said don't do Carcass or don't bid on Carcass and why they're the lowest buy now out of all the teams? Because they only had 10 players. Well, now they're usable because you only need 6. And the rating's 60. I don't know what the rating was last time, but it's relatively low. So bronze rares are in play, too. If you want to try to flip bronze rares, you can do that. But also silver lib flipping. Will be kind of the same exact thing, just more low end. So instead of having the buy nows maybe like 2K plus, you're going to have a bunch of them right now around 1K. But we don't know what their price is going to get to, what they're going to settle at, because right now we have marquee matchups today. Keep that in mind too. If we go in right now, take a look at marquee matchups. There's 2 packs at least that give you silver players back. There might be 3. Let me double check. So Premium Gold, nope. Premium Gold, Jumbo Premium. So the Prime Electrum can give you libs back, and the Mixed Players pack can give you libs back. So you have 2 packs that people are opening, which is going to give silvers a bunch of stuff on the market. Another thing to keep in mind, too, we have the repeatable SBCs through the 82 plus upgrade for another day. It goes away tomorrow at new content, so keep that in mind as well. I've been just bidding, I think up to 700, maybe 750 right now. Make sure you're not putting it any higher than 550 though, if you're on console, for the golds to not pop up. Yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to smack the like button, dudes. We are going to be making a ton of coins today. Today's goal, you'll see I have less than 1 million. The reason why we have less than 1 million is we have been club stocking libs. I have a full transfer list almost, and I have tons in my club. Now everyone's going to bid 700, aren't they? You pack Pele for the marquee matchups, like Icon Pele or Hero Pele? Either way, GG, man. The new non-premium SBC is so much better. Yeah. If you're comparing the lower end ones, this one's a lot better the second time around. The higher one is still the same, which is literally definition of perfection when it comes to an SBC grind, in my opinion. I opened my 83 plus times 10, so I could manage to create all the position ones. I have decent fodder in my club. At the same time, is that an L move? I mean, if you didn't have coins to buy them out, that's really your only choice if you want to get them done. So it's not really an L move. It's just something you would have to do if you prefer the other packs. Now the question is whether or not you pack anything from them. That's going to be kind of the moment of truth. How much do you reckon Ramos' SBC will be? Do we know what his rating's going to be? That's going to be important too. Do you know when the League One Player of the Month comes out? I think it might be coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure, though. Predicted is 94. Oof. 93? 93 would make it a little better. 94 would be a lot, it feels like. That's a pretty high rating. I don't know. He'll be crafted during Team of the Year, though, so it shouldn't matter too much. Same as Mbappe. They could make Mbappe extremely expensive. Ramos extremely expensive. Most people, if you've saved any amount of packs or have any amount of coins, will be able to craft it pretty well. How do you filter out golds on console? Don't have a bid higher than 550. Do we know what position Mbappe is for the Player of the Month? Like, what's up, buddy? Because that's going to be important, too. Minimum 250, max 550. I would almost take the minimum off. Because you can bid on bronzes, too. Because bronzes will have value as well. It's your call, though. I have 203k coins and no fodder. Should I be bidding or doing BPM? You didn't explain what your goal is. So you're trying to make coins? Or you're trying to make packs? What do you want? Did Messi Player of the Month according to the dupe theory and packing the Team of the Year? Yeah, dude. Hopefully after I get Mbappe done, we'll pack Mbappe. That's the way it should go. I'm doing 400k of the 82 plus. Nice. Hopefully you pack something, buddy. Make packs. I'm only making coins for packs, to be fair. I would, that if you're making packs, I would honestly just buy out the packs and make coins. That's going to be the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. I would just continue on silver lid bidding, flipping, and then taking your profit, or silver Eredivisie sniping too. Let's actually take a price at the silver Eredivisie real quick. I haven't checked them out since the SBC came back. What are we sitting at? Yo. Investment, potentially. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about y'all, but looks a little too low to me. Mumbo, you're my favorite Macum. What's a Macum? We going silvers aren't as high either. I would very much keep an eye on these prices, boys. I'd look at open bids too. Because again, remember, those prices aren't changed through the change in the SBC. It's the exact same. So it must be marquee matchups for those to a certain extent. And also that the 82 plus is out. Making equals Sunderland, local, or fan. I've never heard that before. Please look at last message. What'd you say, buddy? It'll most likely be a left wing, striker, and center forward. Ooh. Yeah. If he could play left mid too, that'd be sick, but I'm fine either way. Good luck for your team of the year. You should back one with the amount. Hey, thank you, Luke. Hopefully we do, buddy. That's the goal. Message after that. Message you put after that. Do you think I can become a moderator? I don't think we need moderators at the moment, do we? I think we have quite a few. If we have a huge increase of viewers or not enough moderators in the stream, I'll keep that in mind. But for the moment, we should be good. If anything, we almost have too many moderators, as is. Yeah, I appreciate the offer, buddy. You'll definitely get 1 in 1,000 packs. There's no way you get none. So here's the thing. The ones we have saved, a lot of them are repeatable ones, right? We have quite a few League SBC ones too. We have a ton of repeatable, which means I don't think we can pack icons in those. Which means our best bet at packing the icon ones is through the League SBC packs. Besides that, we're going to be spamming a bunch of League-specific 25Ks once those come out. I think I figured out the way I want to do it. So, instead of making a bunch in advance, like let's say Monday comes, and we get the League-specific 25Ks, instead of just mass bidding on gold rares and buying them out and making a ton of those, my goal is to open as many as possible. I think the smartest thing to do would be just work on getting as many liquid coins during that time period instead. And that way, when we're open air packs, if we want to craft one then, and we have to buy a couple because we don't have enough untradables, that's when we spend some coins. Because otherwise, we'll be buying out 11 players each time, when we'll have hundreds, if not over 1,000, untradeable players packed along the way. That would just be wasted. Think I should sell high-rated fodder? I'm not sure, buddy. I haven't looked at fodder prices much. Imagine crafting Mbappe and packing Team of the Year. Dude, honestly, though, here's the thing. Everyone says that'll be sucky if that happened. That's not happening to you. It's not going to happen to you. I'm sorry. You're not packing Mbappe. Most of you won't be able to craft Mbappe. If you do, you'll complain about his price. So, that's going to be like 2 people in the world's worry. That's going to come true. Everyone else will be fine. Everyone will be playing with a Player of the Month Mbappe. I'm packing him tomorrow in a preview pack. Alright, let me know if you do. Didn't get a single Team of the Year from the saved last year. The ones I did get were from the upgrade packs recycled. That's the one I'm banking on. If we get something in these save packs, that's sick. The way I view my packs is whatever we get, we get. I just want a bunch of fodder. I want to pack 1 Team of the Year at least. And I just want to continuously recycle. Because even if we don't pack a Team of the Year from the recycled packs. I just love the process of opening a league specific, putting it back in, making another pack, and doing that over and over. It's very calming. I currently have done like 15 80 plus packs and want to do the rest. However, I don't know how should I approach it, which would be the best method. Live, flip, and profit. Pay for SBC or craft it. Liam, whatever packs you're saving for Team of the Year or opening during Team of the Year, any silvers that you get in those, when you open it, just put them into the 80 plus. So instead of making the 80 pluses in advance, slowly do them throughout the 2 weeks of Team of the Year. Would be my suggestion. How many packs do you open tomorrow? 0. Bronze libs selling fast for 650 and silvers for 750. Yep. I want to see if they rise into the evening. We're going more investment mode right now than flipping. When will the full team be in packs? Next week. What price did you buy all these libs? 700 mainly. Advice to craft them from scratch? Well, I have like 60 saved packs, but not too bothered about them. Craft what from scratch, Charlie? The 80 pluses? Take a look at the pinned video in chat if that's your question, Ben. Do I think they'll rise in the evening? I think they'll rise a little bit because marquee matchups will dry up a little bit. We're still on the back end of all the marquee matchup supply. I feel like they'll settle a little under 1,000 for most of them, would be my guess. Akram, what's up, buddy? Can't do any more 83 times 10s because the 85s are extortionate, but you can do a if 85s are extinct, you can just put in a 85 inform for a couple thousand more coins if you're wanting to get it done. How many libs have I bought? Probably at least 250. We have here. I can count. We have basically close to 100 on there. Let's say 85. Got 23 there. Then we got all these. All these. Got over 200. Quick thoughts about the League SBCs. Love that they kept the big one the same. Love that they made the smaller one easier. I just crafted a couple 82 pluses for 85s. That's not a bad idea either. Also realize how easy it is to make coins on the companion app? Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I like companion app way more than the web app. I personally feel like it's the way to go this year. Ronaldo's 2 goals today? You mean Ronaldo's PK and tapping? Off a Ramos miss hit? Absolute class. This is the only thing I helped my pack addiction last year for the 81 plus attacker. We might get those still. We hold on, let me find the image. Was it Foot Trading? Who's the guy I got it from? Was it Foot Romania? Oh, it's FIFA Romania. So he put this out. I don't know if you guys saw this. He put this out. What to expect on Team of the Year. Now, I don't know if this is confirmed, but we know Team of the Years are coming for icons. Premium player SBCs. Upgrade player picks and daily SBCs here. We already got league SBCs back, and then the league specific 25Ks. Goal is a goal? True, goal is a goal. Libs don't look the same anymore. Kind of scared to trade with them. You shouldn't be scared to trade with them if you understand why they're the value they are. If you're treating them a copy and paste like they were last time, it's not going to go well. The thing that drove them so high in price last time was you needed 11 from the same team for the smaller SBC, and you could not use anything higher than a silver. This time around, they made it where you only need 6 from the same team. So, Carcass, that would be the lowest. It can be used now. Dante, what's up, buddy? How you doing today, man? Thank you for the re-up. Football sucks. Hey, sorry about the loss, buddy. But long story short, Apollo, as long as you're bidding less than the buy nows on the market, because now every team is in play, you don't have to do it less than everyone but Carcass. You can do everyone now. So all you got to do is look at what silver libs are going for and bid less. It's guaranteed profit. And then I'm assuming the evening flips are going to be pretty good too. Mumbo, you know the girl I talked about in the summer? I don't, and in the most respectful way possible, Nicolay, I really don't care. Really don't care, buddy. But I'm happy for you, man. Just don't stalk her this time. Can you please release a video update on the lib method? Nothing's changed, buddy. We can, I guess, record another video showing you how to check a buy now price and bid less, but is that not common sense? It's the same thing. Check what they're going for, bid less. Good time to start in club? Yeah. You got the marquee matchup supply, so that's what we're doing right now. We're heavily investing. Would you guys like to see a video on the new league SBCs too? Are you waiting until Thursday? No, I'm waiting until Friday. Thursday's the 11th. Friday's the 12th, man. Yeah, if you want, Twaha, we can make a trading video too, buddy. It's going to be very similar to last time, though. Did anything change with the league SBCs? The better one stayed the same. The lower one became even easier. Different teams needed in each section. The live and sud section's still there, but instead of max silver from all the same team, it's max silver with 6 from the same team. So lib prices are going to be cheaper. Flipping libs right now isn't ideal at the moment. Hardly winning them at 700, struggling to sell at 850 plus. Now would be the investment time. I wouldn't recommend flipping right now unless you just wanted to list some cards to get some coins in the meantime. Tomorrow they should rise as there's no more marquee matchups. That's incorrect. There will be marquee matchups all week. And there'll be a lot of people doing marquee matchups even tomorrow because they're waiting to do the packs until Team of the Year starts. What will not be here tomorrow that will affect their price in a good way is the 82+. If we get a different repeatable SBC, that might send them down a little bit more or keep them at the same price. But yes, in theory, people have already done marquee matchups to a certain extent. Therefore, less people have marquee matchups to do today or tomorrow than they would today. But there's still going to be a ton of marquee matchups supplied tomorrow. Cryptic, what's up, buddy? What's your play for the next while? Flipping libs, my dude. Read before last. Thanks, Santi. I was good stream following year. Where is that one? I don't see any other one. It's your anniversary of following me. Hey, appreciate it, man. Mass bidded bronze rares like you said in your vid. Hopefully I can flip them for double. I think, do the SBCs start tomorrow? We got an icon today. We got the Rooney today. Does tomorrow start the daily icons? If so, keep an eye on the prices of bronze rares right after new content. You still expect to make 200K per day on libs? For the most part, yeah. We'll have to see how I'm going to go about flipping these. I'm probably going to be able to benefit more than the UK people because I'll most likely bid throughout the day, club stocks, sell dupes, and then list most things in the evening when they're higher in price and less on the market, like we did last year. If anything, the method is going to look very similar to last year now. Which last year we made 300K plus average per day. I flipped most bronze rares for 300 at content today. Yeah, they did get to 300 at one point, so you could have doubled your coins if you bid 150. But most people want to try to sell for more than that. Haven't daily icons already started? Technically. But the question would be if they continue or if there's going to be a temporary halt until they start doing day after day. If there's not going to be a stop from now until the end of the Team of the Year, that's awesome. Know when I have hard times, it's good to come here and distract me from reality. And just have this background or to contribute, distract myself. What I enjoy about the channel is Reed's real talk. Reed will talk to you about subjects and engage with the audience, which is great. Hey, appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that a lot. I'm very proud and so should Reed be. I'm proud of you guys, dude. It's the community aspect, man. Like, I'd be talking about these things or doing these things if there's no audience here, but you guys are the ones who contribute to that too, so that's a big up on you guys. I was stressed I didn't have a lot of League SBC packs made. Yeah, on the bright side, League SBCs are going to be cheaper now. I guess that's the good news. The question is, I'm curious. Let me look. Is there golds in Serie B? Oh yeah, Buffon. You got a couple in there. And then you have Bundesliga 2. Is there a rare requirement in the in that SBC section? Can someone check real quick? That's gonna be so easy to complete. You think libs will go up anytime soon? Yes, but they're not going to reach the prices they did last time. Because the requirements are more open. Do you think top 5 league rares are going to rise? No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe like a little bit. Maybe instead of not sell for 700 within the hour, some get bought out for it. But I personally don't see them going up too much. There's going to be way too much supply in my opinion. And even if you do invest for it to go up, if the thing is to make coins off of it, it's going to be a pretty poor investment because most of it will maybe get to like a couple hundred more. But if you're someone who wants to do the SBC a lot, and you want a club stock for 600, 650, sure, go for it. Is the other league going to be worth doing now? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be so easy to do. It's actually doable. The change, which is the well-needed change for people who complained last time, was, you know how it was silver max for the lib and sub, and you needed 11 from the same team? They kept it silver max, but they made it where it was 6 from the same team. So it's super easy to do now. Which for libs, that means every team is now in play. Carcass, you no longer have to skip out on. Best time to sell, buy in the UK? Best time to buy is a couple hours before and after new content for lib cards. Today, especially with marquee matchups, it was a couple hours after. Best time to sell would literally be like 2 or 3 in the morning UK time. So most of you will not hit the peak. NPC? I am very much an NPC. What about the top 5 league? I don't think leagues are going to matter as much. I think it's going to be, is there something out that gold commons will be used? For example, if we get the league-specific 25k packs, we'll most likely get the league-specific 1 rare with the 2 commons, which usually that's 11 gold commons you need. If you have that with a player pick or something else out as a repeatable, you'll probably have common gold sitting at 400 by now, within the hour, 450 by now, potentially 500, because people will want them. But at the same time, you'll have infinite people opening tradable and untradeable packs. You'll have infinite promo packs being opened with millions upon millions of dollars on the market worth of FIFA points. Actually, I think it'd probably be $1 billion plus, right? I'm pretty sure EA makes over $1 billion over Team of the Year. Because how much do they make on Black Friday? Like, that sounds like a huge number. Maybe not. Billion may be too high. Oh, way too high. Oh no, they made $7 billion in revenue last year. If you're counting the 2 weeks of... They'll make a lot of money. That's all that matters. As an Insomniac, that benefits me greatly. Do you predict the bronze, silver boosted upgrades return this week? That's a good question. They came out last time with League SBCs, right? So if they're not out now, the question is, will they come back out? I personally don't think so, but if they do, that'd be sick. With new League SBCs, how does it affect bronze rares? What do you mean, how does it affect bronze rares? Like the bronze rares you invested in for icons? Or bronze rares from the leagues, or whatever? You gotta be more specific with that. Streamers that spend thousands per week on FIFA is a lot, so maybe $1 billion during 2 years into. Well, I'm just trying to think of how many players play, and because like I know for Black Friday, I think they net over 100 million. I could be wrong. And you can kind of track some of it when they come out with like the $30 promo packs and they have like 100,000 of them and they sell it instantly. The rares you invested in for icons. League SBCs won't matter as much as what daily SBCs come out and what icons come out. The icons keep coming out day after day, and people want to do them. They'll buy it out the bronze rares. You could have sold today and doubled your coins already, so technically they're already up a little bit. What libs crash tomorrow if everyone opens packs? Libs are already crashing because of marquee matchups. I was flipping them when they were 1,500. I flipped them when they were 1,200. Flipped them today when they were 1,000. Flipped them today when they're 900. Now they're like 800 coins. Brady, good sub? You probably would be. Should you continue saving bronze rares? Guess that's up to you. You can pick them up for 150 and you're fine doubling your coins or tripling your coins or quadrupling potentially if you pick them up for 150. Seems like a pretty good deal. How many do you have? I guess that's the question. Calculate how many you have and how many you'd want. If you're asking, should you keep picking up and you can only pick up another 20? Is another 20 really going to be worth it to you? I don't know. Because remember, a 150 double is 300. Even though it sounds nice, that's 150 coins. If you're selling that at double. A 200 double to 400 is 200 coins per card. GG Akram. What goal do you want to get to? When can you flip libs then? You can flip libs anytime you want, buddy. Look at the buy now of libs and bid less. That's all you got to do. There's never not a time you can't flip libs now. Just finished the Croft 83 plus attacker, defender, midfielders without spending a penny. Nice. I did the opposite. We finished them all by buying everything out. 3 mil, then you retire. Nice. What let's take a yonder at shadows real quick. What is the best time to sell libs? In the middle of the night for UK. Is your stream times going to change for Team of the Year? Nope. Monday through Friday. Expect us live 4 hours after new content because I still work a full-time job. That hasn't changed because it's Team of the Year. The only thing that will change is on the weekends we'll try to stream more. And then on January 31st, which is a Tuesday, it's my birthday. So I'll have off of work. So I'll be able to stream a lot that day. Still holding some shadows. Some might be an understatement. We have 3,500, so gonna try to get 6 or 7 mil out of them. Be able to push 10 mil after Team of the Year then. Total liquid coins if we sell them. Flipping bronze rares is better than libs right now? Probably. I'm not picking up libs right now to really flip. I'm picking up libs to sell into the evening. I want tons. Do you think the Team of the Year icons will come through SBCs? There might be a couple Team of the Year icons that get SBCs, I would assume. But I'm sure most of them will be treated as promo. Because that would be a really good way to sell packs. Nah, I mean, when can we flip libs for at least 400 coins per card easily? Brother, you can do that right now. Find the buy now and bid less. You might have a lot of competition. Or you can bid close to the buy now and wait till some later in the evening. Nothing's changed. It's been the same exact thing. The only difference is their average buy now is lower now because of the requirements. So if you're trying to sell for like 400 coins per card, instead of them being 2K and you bid in at a little above 1,000, everything's now under 1,000 for the most part. It's going to be a lot lower you have to bid. Do I drive like a car? Yes. I'm curious, if we went to each team, let's go through the teams real quick. Yeah, 800 appears to be the new total. I have 800K, thinking of starting right now and making 500 packs for next Friday. You can do it. 500 packs in a week? How? I mean, we made, what, 1,100 in 2 weeks? It's not that hard when you buy them out, mainly. Why are a few libs base cards? It's always like that. True. Made 150 packs alone yesterday. It's not that hard. Yep. Mass bidding, storing, and throwing them in the SBC. Super easy. All right. I wonder if I can... I'm still do 700. $1K for FC20. They're under 1K. I picked up some a couple of minutes ago for under 120 or under 1K. People start buying that out, I feel like they're gonna fly back up. League ones are cheap too. Yo, thank you for the sub, by the way. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey, who's bidding on these? Which one of you's bidding on these? Good morning, evening, night, Mumbo, Jumbo, Elite Division, Rivals, Reward, Marking Matches, 4 segments, how to grind the 82 plus upgrade, new League SBC. Hey, appreciate you, buddy. Is BPM worth it right now to grind the new League SBC? Yeah, if you want to. Or you could just buy out the cards needed for those low teams because they're literally 150 open bid. But that's your call. For the bronzes, that is. If you're doing the Bundesliga 2 Serie 2 team, instead of spending like 500 coins for silvers, because I think that's what everything's going for right now, instead just buy a couple of gold commons to get the rating up and then do bronzes. They're like 63, 64. You should be good. Have you been bidding on Suggundies? No, I've been doing more Ligma than anything. Ligma seems to be more worth it in my opinion. It's easier to grind over time. Suggundies is a little too many people on the filter. Are you stocking up on libs in hopes that the new upgrade packs on Monday require silver rares? No, I'm just stocking up on libs like we've done every single day that League SBCs have ever been out. Normal day. Bid less in the buy now. Flip dupes and then sell the rest in the evening when they go even higher in price. I have 10K. What should I bid on? I'm going to link you a trading playlist, buddy. Feel free to take a look at some of those videos in there. There's an Eredivisie, Silver Eredivisie sniping video you can take a look at. There's a lib bidding method. Highly recommend that one. Find the buy nows, you bid less. That's simple. Are you going to open all your packs tomorrow or wait a week? Anybody who opens packs that you have saved for months or weeks, when it's not the full team of the year plus the 12th man, you are wasting your packs. In my opinion. I would think that's a stupid play. I will not be opening a single pack until the full team of the year plus the 12th man. Because I believe the 12th man, is that the same day we get all the people who didn't get team of the years as well? All that stuff you're missing out on. If your goal is to get a team of the year, that is. If you want constant boards and fodder, maybe start opening some packs. But I think that's idiotic. We don't even have the league specific 25K packs yet either. You'd have nowhere to put your fodder. Maybe back into league SBCs, but I think that's pointless. In my opinion, if someone wants to go ahead and try to get attackers now, like there's some packs maybe, like if you did the 83 plus attacker packs, maybe that'd be a good thing to open tomorrow. We could maybe open those if you guys wanted. But I'm not going to open my defenders packs when we don't have defenders out. I'm not going to open all my repeatables that I saved when we have 3 out of the 12 in packs. We might hit 1,000, Mumbo said, by the end of Team of the Year. Might be possible. Remember Vine? Do I remember Vine? Vine is infinitely clear of TikTok. TikTok wishes it was Vine. Mumbo, what's up, buddy? What's the other one? Is it K-League? That's so easy. Legendary fact, you used to watch that 24/7. It was, the nice thing about it is they kept it short. There was no 3-minute long TikToks you could make on Vine. Every Vine had to be, what was it, 6 seconds tops? That means you had to fit it in. It was perfect. Two men walk into a bar, you would think the second man would see it. 7 seconds? See, I already forgot. It's been so long. Vinyl was better by a long shot. It was just so original. It was also, like, if we're being honest, it was during a time where you didn't have to be as politically correct. So people could say stuff not expecting to get backlash. Now it's like any joke that's made, there's always going to be people like, how dare he? I can't believe they said that. Two bros chilling in the hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Well, they had socks on too, so. Might as well never say anything on the internet because someone's going to disagree with you. Like me bidding on a lib card right now. There's someone who hates libs. It will come into the stream and yell at me. King Bosch was awesome. Old school Paul brothers were decent. But was it worth doing the premium or the small league? For Team of the Year pack saving. Extremely cheap and extremely easy to grind through the smaller one. The better packs are in the bigger one. I really hate libs. Never the Paul brothers, though? Mumbo? I mean, when TikTok was all that, it was more tolerable. Now, if they tried it nowadays, it just wouldn't be. "2016 was epic." Dude, 2016 was one of the best years ever. All the rap music that came out, Pokemon Go. This year I graduated high school. Started college. That was a good year. Didn't Drake drop Views that summer and just carry the summer? Dude, I swear, Pokemon Go created world peace for a period of time. I've never seen so many people out in the community hanging out and talking to strangers. It was such a beautiful thing. I don't think we'll ever see that again. Pokemon Go is so fun. Do you remember, maybe a lot of you guys outside the United States never heard of it, but one of the presidential candidates, Hillary Clinton, she was like, in one of her speeches, she said, "You better Pokemon Go to the polls." It was the most cringiest thing I've ever heard. Pokemon Go is so sick. Yep, when I lived in Nebraska, there were people going outside for it, which never happened. Dude, I lived by downtown Madison, and I would never go to downtown Madison usually, or I don't enjoy it that much. Me and one of my best friends, every single night after work, would just go downtown and just walk around and do Pokemon Go, because all the Pokestops were there, all the like great Pokemon, all the battles, everything that would ever happen was always in a downtown. So it was like either do that or stay in your hometown where there's two things you could spin. Are you only flipping silver or libs or bronzes too? You can flip bronzes as well, if you want to include them. You don't necessarily need to. Dude, I remember when it was my freshman year of college, my dorm room, if I stood in the corner of my room, I could reach one of the Pokestops where I could every, 5 to 10 minutes, spin it and get free balls and stuff. So I'd literally be sitting on stream. You'd see me pull out my phone. I'd like go like this. get some Pokeballs, and then I'd sit there when the very few times I'd die in Call of Duty. I'd always do the spin on the ball. You never chuck it straight on. You guys were psychotic if you held it and then threw it out. You had to... That was the fun stuff. They're in monuments or statues? Yeah, we had we had something right outside my dorm that counted as that. I bought it a few accounts and sold them. You gotta wind it up. Do you remember how everyone picked the team they're on? And then, like, there's, like, real-life beef, depending on what team you're on? Like, you'd roll up and you're like, yo, are you Mystic? Nah, man. I hate Mystic. And you'd, like, try to take it over, and then the second they'd leave, the next group would try to take it over. You ever play with Beyblades? I got Beyblades for one Christmas. I never got super into Beyblades. I was more into Pokemon card collecting when I was younger. And I was more of the Nerf basketball and Nerf gun kind of kid. Sabo, I'm going to cry from nostalgia. Our birthday parties we'd have when I was a kid, my dad would help us out. So in my living room, you'd walk in either the front door or the garage and you're in the living room level. There's stairs to get to the kitchen. And in our kitchen, we had little wooden, like, rails. And you could see through them into the kitchen. And we had the dining table, we had the fridge, we had the counter. We had all the stuff up there. So we'd split into two even teams. We'd have a team on the high ground in the kitchen. And we'd have a team down by the front door. And we'd set up, like, little shelters. And we would have the Nerf gun vest on. And we would score points on where it landed on your vest. And then we'd do search and destroy, where if it stuck on, you were out for the round. And that was so much fun. I got the huge LMG for one of my birthdays that could fit that whole, like, 100-round clip that you'd have to feed through it. You'd have to battery charge it too. It was one of the first ones you could battery charge. I would just sit there. I'd mount it on top of a chair. So I'd take a pillow. I'd put it in front of the chair so you couldn't hit it through the chair. Then I'd mount it on top. And I would just swivel on it. And then if I really wanted to, I'd have my friend pick up the chair. And we'd, like, carry it around like a shield. And just do-do-do-do. Then we did that with Capture the Flag Outside. We'd take the Nerf guns. And we'd have to count how many bullets we had. That way we would know how many we lost. And we would do Capture the Flag Outside. So we'd have a front side of the house where you would have to hide it. You'd have the backside house where you'd have to hide it. Dude, being a child was so fun, man. I miss those times. I don't miss being a child in the sense of I love my life now. But I miss how easy it was to have fun and, like, come up with your own things. That's why you're so good at COD. Dude, my life was COD up until... I've always played FIFA. It's always been FIFA and COD as my main two games. But after I stopped playing Black Ops 3, when the World War game sucked, that's kind of when I called it quits with COD. I still buy it each year and try to play it a little bit. I'm decent at any respawn game, but I'm really good at search. Search is, like, my main thing. But I just don't enjoy it enough. ...2014 Match Attack. When I was really into collecting football cards. Dude, how many cards do you think, from sports cards or, like, Pokemon cards, do you think we had when we were kids that we didn't realize how much value they'd be worth? That we've either destroyed or gotten rid of without selling them. Like, I still see it to this day, the amount of garage sales where, bless their souls, you have, like, grandparents or older people getting rid of a bunch of stuff they don't think sells or has a lot of value. You have someone come up who knows the item. They know they can like triple the price. They'll undercut it. I've done that myself. I used to in college go to a few garage sales and I'd look for items, have an idea of how much it went for on eBay, try to undercut it and then sell it for more. Because the people who do garage sales, there's two different perceptions when it comes to that. Some people think you're taking advantage of people who do that. Another group of people sees it as the people who know the value sell it on eBay and all those places, or the people who don't want to put up with that will sell it for whatever they can get it for in a garage sale. Either way, you have to put in work one way or another. There are so many people who, even if they could get like $100 more on like a whole bin of toys, will just refuse to list it on eBay, get a seller and send it. They'd rather just put it out in a garage sale and have people pick it up. So if you are someone who is like determined to do that kind of thing and you don't mind listing items up, it's a really easy way to make coins. Make money, not coins. You could make coins. We do that in FIFA. We wait for the people who don't know the value of libs to list them on the market. And with our predatory behavior, we snatch these for less than they're worth. We sell them for more. Same with Legos, dude. Dude, hold on. Close your eyes, right? It's your birthday. You just had dinner with your family. Maybe you had some friends over. You open the birthday cards. Gift card falls out. Some money falls out. You act like you're reading the message they put. You know, that long paragraph. You have the present in front of you. You shake the present. You hear a bunch of pieces moving around. You know it's going to be a Legos. You know you have a couple sets and you're missing that one set of Legos. You open it up. You see it's the Lego set you wanted. You're so excited. But then you know you can't open it up right in that moment and do it. So you have to wait until the party's over. So that's like the only thing on your mind for the rest of the evening. Or you get your favorite video game back when you really couldn't do online sales. And you had to like physically pick up the copies in person and physically put them into your system. That's when like Christmas meant Call of Duty for the most part. I remember when I would do the midnight releases and you'd go stand in line at midnight or you'd have it delivered to your house the next day. That made so much more hype for it, man. Like, even though it's more work, tell me, standing in line for an hour and a half before FIFA 23 would come out. Let's say we did that. It would be annoying to have to do that instead of loading it up. But my goodness, after standing in that line for an hour and a half and loading up the game, you are going to appreciate it probably a lot more. That's how I feel about the lib grind. Until you play a Sweat who has Ben Yedder and he just scores goals nonstop against you. Then you might rage a little bit and want to return. Shadows have dropped to 1,000 coins. Sounds like you should pick more up then. When could their price rise? Their price could rise throughout Team of the Year. Their price might rise in a month, 2 months, 3 months. It might never rise for the rest of the game. We have really no idea. It's all about supply and demand. I'm personally holding on to 3.5k worth, and whenever I'm happy to sell them, whether it's at a certain price, or I'm happy with the profit, or if I need coins for something, I'll pull some out like a ATM. That's how I'm personally doing it. I'm not putting a time period on it. If you guys are investing in them, hoping to sell by a certain date, you're setting your expectations way too high. Could you gritty for me? I don't think there's a world where I'd ever gritty. For free. Sorry. Had a little cough there. I sold a Pokemon card my uncle gave me for $600. Sheesh. My dad threw away my brother's Pokemon cards like a huge binder from the 90s when we moved. Yeah. I lost a huge binder, man. So glad League SBCs are back. I actually have time to grind now. Exams are done. Yes, sir. How'd they go? I've enjoyed this year. This year's COD hasn't been too bad. I play occasionally, but I'm still so addicted to FIFA that I can't bring myself around to spending time doing anything else. I'll tell you what, though. You know what I've played a lot outside of Ultimate Team? I've played a ton of career mode. I am on year 2026, I think, with Sunderland. And my goodness, my favorite thing to do, even a couple years later, because it's not up to date anymore, it's in the future. My favorite thing to do is hear the transfer rumors that Sunderland has in this winter transfer window, whether it's a loan or it's a player we're trying to buy. Find them on career mode and buy them. And then I'll get a youth academy. I'll raise people up and see how high we can get them. Or another thing I'll do is if I sell a bunch of players off because they were a good investment and then I reap the reward, I'll never buy a player from a club anymore. I'll literally just look at free agents, people who aren't under a contract, and I'll buy them if they're like close to 70 rated. And I'll loan them out for a couple seasons or like half a season, and they go up a couple ratings. Put them on my bench, put them in my reserves. Some of them actually get through to the team. It's so fun. Legacy, your parents in the middle of it. Dude, that's the thing. Hey, the beauty of that, though, when you're a kid, like if you're my age or your age or anyone who grew up through an economic crisis and didn't realize it, your parents are a gift from God, man. I never once questioned that we were in an economic crisis, even though it hit our family pretty hard. Because we never really went on vacations to begin with, or not that often. We didn't eat the craziest foods. We didn't go out a lot. But we always had, like, birthday presents. We always had Santa bring Christmas stuff. But, like, looking back, when you think, like, oh, what do you want to do for your kids? Or how do you want to raise a family? You look at what they did. I truly feel like it's parents who create reality for children. And I feel like my parents did such a good job. That's kind of cool. Never been huge on career mode. I've never been huge into it either. But when you try to make it realistic to a certain extent, it's fun. Because, like, I'll sit on my phone. And I'll look at updates to see if Sunderland's going to sign the next Mbappe. And when it's not panning through, or it's taking way too long, I'm like, dang. I wonder what would happen if that happened. And get him in career mode and try him out. Well said, Mumbo. What's the new league upgrade saying? Silver lib method still works just as good. It works. Prices are a lot lower though, because instead of maximum silvers needed for the smaller SBC with 11 from the same team, it's maximum silver with 6 from the same team. So right now at this current market, with a bunch of silvers out on the market due to marquee matchups and a repeatable being out, their price is sitting between like 850 to 900 within the hour for a lot of them, and as low as like 750, 800. So if you're bidding 700 or under right now, you can still flip them. They're just not at a point right now where you can really consistently flip at the profit we were able to before. But they should go up a little bit, and it should be quite easy to flip into the evenings too. We just got to learn the new prices and see where it sits. Bunch of stuff's going to be changing the next couple of days, so we'll have to pay attention to it. You holding libs till they go up again? They're not going to reach the prices they did last time, buddy. It's not going to happen. I'm just taking whatever their value is at the time. Like, you see a bunch that I bought for 1,000 to 1,200. That was after the new SBCs came out. Their buy nows were like 1,500. So I was buying less than the buy now. Then they went down to 1,200. So I was buying up to 1,000. Then they went down to 900. So I was buying up to 800. Then they went to 800. So I was buying up to 700. And we just did that over and over. Yeah, Diallo's doing great. The next Mbappe that I'm talking about, Sunderland is close, and by close, the guy came from France to the Stadium of Light. I'll show you him. This guy. He's on the French national team for U21. He plays for LOSC. He's a right winger. Left-footed, I'm pretty sure. So you'd essentially be Amad Diallo's replacement. So if Sunderland's able to buy him, his going price, I think right now, max is 1.5. If Sunderland can get him for like 1.2, I feel like that's a really good investment. That way he can get some game experience in the second half of the season and then be in a position hopefully to take over Ahmad's spot next season. Bobby and Ramos SBC coming. Look like my club is going to be more League One focused. Dude, look at my team. So, I'm trying to think of how I want my team to look. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I want to get Teo Hernandez in, which I think Capdevilla is a fantastic card. But come on, we got to get Teo Hernandez in. If we pack Teo Hernandez, he's absolutely getting in. Klaus will get replaced with Hakimi. If we pack Hakimi, that's awesome. If we have to buy him, we'll buy him. Goalkeeper, we'll either pack Courtois, buy him, or do one of the World Cup, not World Cup, do one of the Team of the Year icon goalkeepers, or just a French goalkeeper, whatever way. Kaká will become Neymar, and Mbappe will become the left mid / left wing or striker. So I'll have to move people around. Payet will probably stay in. Park might move. This Maldini. I love this Maldini. He might stay at center back, but if we're going to have Ramos with Thiago Silva there, he doesn't really fit. And it's all untradeable too. It's all untradeable, so got plenty of options. Dope team. Thank you, man. I really like it. Silva out? Nah, bro. Never say that again. Ride or die Silva. Nuh-uh. We'll never leave. You gonna buy Team of the Year Mbappe? Why would I buy Team of the Year Mbappe when I can just do his SBC Player of the Month? In my opinion, that'd be a waste of coins. But I'm going to pack Team of the Year Mbappe anyway, so doesn't matter, does it? We'll get him packed. Don't worry. Same, I'm planning to. I think I do Mbappe, Ramos, then go all in on the league upgrades, make a League One, La Liga hybrid team. So, if Valverde wait, who wins the 12th man? Is the vote finalized? I'm assuming Valverde is going to win, right? Anyways, so we got a La Liga center back in Militao. We got Courtois in goal. We got Luka in the midfield. We'd have potentially Valverde in the midfield. I feel like for the one rare league packs, we go with La Liga. And then the league specific, we go for the 25K packs, League One. Then if we want to switch back and forth between the two, we can. We'll be going pack by pack rather than making those in advance. So it'll be a lot easier to determine. If you guys don't understand why I'm doing that or what brought me to that decision or you don't understand how that's going to look, We're saving packs until the full team, plus the 12th man, plus the, I think the nominees come out the same day as the 12th man. I could be wrong. Whenever the 12th man comes out, we'll start opening. But since we have over 1,000 packs saved, we're going to have a ton of gold rares untradeable that we'll have to put somewhere. So in my logic, if we're going to craft hundreds of the league-specific 25K packs, it would be smarter to use that to craft it. And then if we need to buy a couple, we buy a couple with the coins we have liquid, instead of making a bunch in advance. Like if I made, let's say, 100 League One specifics, and after 3 packs, I pack Mbappe, I pack Messi, I pack Hakimi. Let's say 3 packs, I get all 3. I have 97 more that might be a waste then. So instead, we'll go one by one. We'll be able to take all the stuff we just opened and put it into something else over and over. It'll be really nice. It'll be a non-stop grind. Yeah. Dude, you know there's going to be a poor soul out there on the last section of Mbappe. Huge grinding going. Yep, we'll be busy for the next 2 weeks, that's for sure. Bro, I'm sorry, but I'm lost. I keep trading with your trading playlist, but I am hardly making any coins. I want to finish the 83 times 3 defenders. What aren't you making coins on, buddy? You can snipe silver Eredivisie right now. And for silver libs, if you look at the buy now, and you bid less than it, you make coins. So the methods still work. They just look a little different potentially with whatever the prices are at. Like the libs right now, with all the marquee matchup supply and repeatables still being out, are lower than they should be. These should hopefully get up to about 1,000 coin average. But they're not going to get as high as they did last time because the League SBC is different for the smaller one this time around. It's a lot easier to get them made. You don't need 11 from the same team anymore. You only need 6. You got bronze rare flipping. You got silver flipping in general. Silver common, silver rare. Tons of way to make coins at the moment. I'm curious. Hold on. Let me try something. Might be able to make a new filter for you guys too. Maybe Serie B silver rares. Maybe for 550. Yeah, I'd probably try 550 because it looks like a lot of them go for 700. The silver Eredivisie cards still. They're already up a couple hundred from what they were before. Tons of coins to be made. If you back Team of the Year Mbappe whilst doing his SBC, what are you going to do? If he's tradable, I'll sell him and make a crap ton of coins. If he's untradeable, I'll play with the team of the year. And if I'm close to getting the SBC done, I guess finish it and use it for fodder or keep both as a meme. Does that make sense, Aspect? Ooh, Liga Portugal might be a good one, actually. Hold on. If you did silver rares through Liga Portugal. Maybe just silvers in general. That's going to be at the price of the rest of them, though. That's the only thing. Because all silvers on the market are relatively going around that price. Yeah. Best way to make more money with 300K, I'm going to link you my trading plans, buddy. Look at the Silver Eredivisie sniping video. It has the sniper in the thumbnail. Or the Silver Libertadores method. Find the buy now Silver Libs and bid less. Got bronze rare flipping, silver flipping. Tons of stuff you can do right now. What are we saying the cost of the Mbappe Player of the Month is going to be? I have no idea. But a lot of us have a bunch of fodder packs that will take a lot of that value off. So if it comes to buying it out, I would figure I don't think I'll have to spend more than 250K to finish it off. And most of those coins would probably come from those odd times that I'm having a duplicate that I want to put somewhere. Yes, that's why I love your content. You keep interacting with the chat. I'm happy I discovered you. Much love. Hey, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it looks like the bids at least for under 550 are drying up a bit more as we go into the evening. These prices should slowly start rising a little bit. But I don't see them getting over 1,000 tonight. Afternoon Profit's the best. Picking these up after marquee matchups is a literal cheat code. I feel stupid for selling anything right now, but I like having a full transfer list. Look at that. Same team getting bought out. Same player too. Fourth one. So pay attention to what's selling too. What is that, Porteno? Let's take a look at the other Porteno ones. It's going to be so frustrating only having the 6, but so easy to do the SBC. What I mean by that is, in terms of the price of the SBC, it's going to be a lot cheaper because you don't need 11 from the same team anymore with a max of silver. But then for the lib flipping, the prices aren't going to look the same way they did before. So it's like we almost have to use the logic we did last time and still apply that to the trading and flipping. But in terms of the prices they were before, we have to like erase that from our memory. Because remember when we were saying the other day how it feels like we're spoiled? That we're picking cards up for like 1,000 coins and flipping them for like 1.8 to 2.2. That's how I feel right now. Yeah, I see some pushing 1K already. Remember, lazy listing's still a thing. We're just dealing with all the silver supply. Much love from Israel. Yup, ton of supply. Which, again, scares people, because people look at the prices and they're like, you're making 100 coins per card. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if I should do that. But understand the supply and the demand is a big deal with that. I'm so bored until next week, Friday, unassigned saving packs. Can't do anything to kill time. Furcan, think of it like this, buddy. This is my mindset. All the fun I'm going to have next week with the full team opening packs, I can make even more fun with the dedication and the commitment of bidding, flipping, investing right now. Because any profit we make in this upcoming week, which I would like to make another 1,000,000 coins. If we could do that by full team plus the 12th man, that'd be awesome. Is lib bidding and flipping still good? Yep, they're really low right now in terms of investment. I'm going to start selling some of them. I'm going to start selling a lot of them later this evening. Like, when I say later this evening, I mean like 5 hours from now. So if you're from the UK, that should put in perspective of when is usually the best time to sell. When you guys are fast asleep. What's a good amount for lib bids? Look at the buy nows and bid less. Tons of supply with marquee matchups right now, so there's going to be a ton of open bids. Look at it. You have people bidding 800 plus on some cards when the buy nows of a lot of them are 800. That's because there's still a ton of cards that go for more than that. Same way as before. Can't bid, flip, or invest because I'm unassigned. Oh, now I get you. Actually, hold on. If you do... Wait, are you so unassigned that it doesn't let you bid on the web app? Even if you take everything off your transfer targets? Oh, actually, no. Go to console if you're on console. I can't remember if you are or not. Go to console. Go to your club. If you have room on your transfer list, you can still snipe. Snipe and make coins. I'm very deep unassigned already. Then this might be the only thing you can do. Imagine if they release the whole team tomorrow. Dang, I missed it. Someone just made 1,000 coins probably. Well, I'm confused on why they have the full team on the screen already. Does anyone know why that's a thing? Interview, I mean, yep. You can also invest in them too. If you see them low in price and you think they're going to rise more, you can toss it in your club from here. If you pick up the card, you just send the club. Are the new League SBCs worth doing? Yes. The best one is the same requirements as last time. The higher rated one. Then the cheaper one is better requirements than last time. So it got better. Leaks? Yeah, I know it got leaked, but they've not done that before where something gets leaked, they put on their loading screen. Maybe they're trying to get people to load up their FIFA points. Oh, you know what? What are the odds, chat? EA is a company. What are the odds? They're banking on people going like this, all right? Little Timmy, okay? Just got home from school. Long day at school. Has a bunch of bronze players on his team, wants to upgrade. Clicks onto Ultimate Team. If it loads in. Mommy! Bellingham! I can pack Bellingham! Mommy! Gets out the credit card. Takes mom's credit card. Goes over to the store. Goes over to the FIFA points. Buys $100 worth of FIFA points without the mom knowing. He says he's just getting a couple bucks worth. Gets 100. Loads it all up. Is sitting there spamming packs, thinking he's going to pack Bellingham. Little does he know, this little message right here shows the 3 players that are actually in packs. Even though it looks like everyone's in packs from the loading screen. Wouldn't that be so kind from EA? Because technically, they didn't say the full team's out. They technically told you it was the 3 players. You just assumed because you saw the team there. Legally, they aren't held liable. And they get a bunch of people to waste FIFA points. It's a win-win for them. Wait, did Ahmad get Player of the Month? Did he win Player of the Month? Do championship players get a Player of the Month card at all? Does anyone know? Fully does look like they're in packs tomorrow. Yeah, I would watch that. If they are fully in packs tomorrow, if that's the case, and we don't have the league-specific 25K packs yet, I would still probably hold a bunch of my packs until Monday, or whenever that'd come out, because I would be able to recycle then. My understanding of Sunderland right now, and with United right now, United could, and I mean could, benefit at the end of the season, loans up, having a mod come in off the bench and do stuff. However, if he's going to only be used off the bench once in a while, his development stops there. It's over. I would much rather, whether it's Sunderland or not, Ahmad get loaned back out for at least another half season. Continue his form. First of all, we got to see his form the second half of the season. His form this first half of the season, you got to remember, he did not start good. He started pretty bad at the start of Sunderland's season. He was coming in off the bench. When he did come in, his dribbling was pretty good. His passing was okay. He did not want to shoot the ball, though. Was extremely selfless, and he needed to be more selfish. He was dribbling to dribble. He'd occasionally take people on, but there wasn't really meaning to it. Was getting bullied around a little bit. Couple weeks in, gets more experience, grows closer to the lads, slowly gets more game time. I can't remember what week it was. It had to be after his first start. Something just snapped in him, and there's like this momentum change where he played essentially every position on the pitch. He would, when he was on the right side of the pitch, he'd come back and defend. He'd win balls. He'd start the counterattacks. He'd take people on pace. He'd whip in crosses. He'd do overlaps with the Gooch on his right backside. He'd have connection plays with the cams, strikers. And then at some point, I can't remember which week it was, he started ripping shots. And that's when it all changed. That's when he started becoming extremely good in the championship, was when he started ripping shots. Because there's a whole nother element to the game you didn't see up until that point. Rangers, he didn't really contribute too much. And when he did, it was very limited. Now he's week in, week out, one of Sunderland's best players. Infinitely better than most players in the championship. But that's the fine line, right? Just because you're infinitely better than most players in the championship, does that mean you're ready to join a Manchester United side that has ambitions for Champions League? Does that correlate to game time? Realistically, COVID kind of screwed him over a little bit too. You got to remember that. Early stages of COVID, Champions League time, AC Milan scoring his goal, getting his celebration out there, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Ahmad's famous celebration actually isn't his celebration. The one where he puts his arm out, I guess, and puts his hand over his eye. He had a teammate at Atlanta who tragically died. And it was his teammate's celebration. He said if he scored a goal, that's how he wanted to celebrate. So Ahmad's celebration is the run, do the knees slide into the, like, present yourself. And then that second part is for one of his best friends. Can someone help me? Can I pack a team of the year right now? No. Problem hasn't started yet. Would you recommend doing BPM right now? You can. It's something you could do. I don't know what your goal is, though. His name was, I'm blank on it. Give me a second. Willie Tabi. He died in February 2021 of cancer. The Anton, yeah. He played for Atlanta also? RIP. Yeah, that was sad. Oh, you're thinking of Atlanta. He's currently, or he was currently, was it Cincinnati? No, he was at Charlotte. I think he was at FC Charlotte when he passed. Yeah, Atlanta, when I'm talking Atlanta, I'm talking Serie A. The guy who just died was in FC Charlotte. The guy who just died, I think, played in England, though. I think he originally was at Spurs. I think he was Spurs youth development. Are honorable mentions a thing? Yes. They'll be in packs eventually. I think they come out on the same day as the 12th man, but I could be mistaken. Team of the Year icons are going to be impossible to pack? Yeah. I'm curious how often they get packed and what their prices are. Where are Team of the Years in packs? Attackers start tomorrow. Do I invest in 83s at 1K if you think they're going to get higher? Yeah. Mumbo 807, it's definitely going to go over 1K. Yeah, I feel like it will. I think it's smart now to don't look at much at my coins right now and craft packs and trade in the weekend and prepare for upgrades. As long as you understand how many coins you want and how many you're spending, go for it. The idea of breaking even or doing an SBC for profit doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. You could do a bunch of trading one day or a bunch of investing, and then the next day you do a bunch of pack creating where you're just buying it out. As long as you understand where the coins are, you're good. It's when you lose track of all that is when you're in trouble. So if you want to make, let's say, 25 packs right now of 82 pluses, calculate how much the cost would be of the gold rares, the gold commons if you're mass bidding on them all. How much is that all going to cost? And then also, too, with whatever trading tip you're going to do, have an idea of how much you make per amount of time or per how many cards you're picking up. Use that as your benchmark. Maybe it's to craft an 82 plus pack, you need to pick up, I don't know, 20 lid players. So every time you pick up 20 lid players, you know how much profit you get per card, or you did. Now it might be a little different. That's how I would go about it. Will you be opening all your packs when you're live or off stream? We will not start opening a majority of our packs until the full Team of the Year plus the 12th man. A majority of my packs will be opened on stream. The only time we'll open stuff off stream is if we have way too many and we need to get the list down. But I think we'll have no problem. When's full Team of the Year in packs? Thursday is the 11 altogether. Friday is the 12th man next week. So tomorrow, or whatever day it is for you today. For me, it's still Thursday. If it's Friday for you already. At new content. The next new content, we get the attackers. The 3 attackers come out. Then those are out for a couple days. Then you get the midfielders. Those are out for a couple days. Then you get the defenders. Those are out for a couple days. And then you get everyone together. And then a day after that, you get the 12th man. Do you see the Team of the Year icon leaks? Yes. I'm super excited. I want to get Pirlo. I don't know if I want to try Nesta yet, because I should have Ramos and Thiago Silva back here. That's going to be pretty difficult. Park Ji-sung. Oh my goodness. What a baller. Thiago Silva. I don't know if you're trolling or you're just trying to be funny or what, but if you guys don't know, Thiago Silva is my favorite player of all time. So we try to keep him in our team for the full year in some way. So if you're wondering why he's there, that's why he's there. Park locked down Pirlo so well in that game. After the game, the ref made him clean out his pockets. He had a couple quarters, piece of bubble gum, and then Pirlo. I mean, it seems like you talk about Amada a bit more than... The reason you hear me talk about Amada a lot is because there's a lot of United fans in here who want updates on how Ahmad's doing. Because they care about him, but they don't care about watching Sunderland play. So I have to give them like a quick update of how they're doing. I can talk about Thiago Silva more if you want. He's single-handedly keeping Chelsea in the Premier League. A 38-year-old who was not respected by PSG and not offered a new contract even though he was their captain, is week in, week out the most class player in a Chelsea team that won the Champions League a couple years ago. K-Rod Thunder, I hope you get promoted. Most realistic thing this year for best case scenario would be barely making playoffs and potentially get into the playoff final. I don't think we have enough depth or experience to be ready for winning the championship playoffs. Obviously, any amount of money would be better. Going to the Prem and getting relegated right after, if you don't spend stupidly, is infinitely better than just staying in the championship. But I don't see that happening this season. If it does, that's sick. But the way Sunderland's building up right now, they're going to build on the success this year, next year. That's if we keep Ross Stewart, we get him a new contract. Whether or not Amad Diallo comes back, if we get his replacement, if he grows. Juicin Bennett, we might loan him out. Matete, we already loaned out, our defensive mid. Our youngsters who are French, got to get them a little bit more experience. The PSG loanee, Michoud, he's been injured, so he hasn't played too much. But Newcastle's looking to buy him, which I don't know why Newcastle has to poach everything Sunderland turns into gold. I don't know why that's the case. But they might be buying him. I think there's a Bundesliga club that wants Michoud as well. Sunderland has an option for a release clause of 5 mil at the end of the loan, but it'd be stupid if we bought him. He's barely played. Hasn't contributed too much. He has a bright future, but he's not going to get any first-team experience at Sunderland right now. And he wouldn't get it at those clubs. They would most likely buy him for 5 mil as an investment themselves. Like, all rivalry aside, Newcastle buying Michoud would be excellent because they could just loan him right back out and have him grow infinitely. Question is, where do you loan him? Do you loan him back to France and have him play in League 2? Do you put him right back in the Championship for Sunderland or someone else? I'm a Chelsea fan. He's scared in the defense. Your guys' issue right now is it seems like you're trying to buy yourself out of situations. I saw a TikTok today. I was explaining it. It was like two things. It was like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, but also too, if you see like a leak, you try to fix it. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be no leaks in the first place. Like the Cucurella buy wasn't good in my opinion. The Koulibaly initially looked like it could have been great, but I don't think Koulibaly's performed to the level that's expected of him. Thiago Silva, I think bringing in Thiago Silva for a little bit more experience and wisdom. They didn't expect this level of contribution out of him. I think that's been great. Yeah. It's a tough one, man. Can wait for Newcastle to fall off. Sadly, the amount of oil money they have, they won't be falling off anytime soon. And the way they're going about, honestly, playing, they're looking pretty damn well. As much as I'd love to see Newcastle suffer, I think Newcastle's going to keep getting better and better for years to come. Which I'm fine with, because I want the best version of Newcastle when Sunderland beats them. League-specific 25K is coming probably on Monday. Yep. Over 100 packs saved, but in the store it only shows I have 30. Do I have a problem? No. It only shows up to 30 when you go across. You have to go to the web app or companion app, and you'll see the full list of them. You'll only ever see 30 across your screen when you're on console. I need oil money for Liverpool. See, here's the thing, though. I don't think people mind oil money. It's how oil money's spent, in my opinion. If people have oil money and they invest in youth development, if they give their current players who are doing well better contracts and they buy people for bargains, no one has an issue with that. Where I feel like the oil money problem comes in is where you see teams outright buy like they're playing career mode. That's when it becomes an issue. Like when you set your 1 billion transfer window and you just spend at will. Anytime someone tries to buy out of a problem, I hate that. Like when you have players going for like 10 to 15 mil more than they're worth because they're a solution to your problem. Like, don't get me wrong. United needed a midfielder. And they were getting desperate at sometimes. I feel like Casemiro was a perfect buy for them. There were so many other people they could have bought before that and probably spent way too much money on that went to fix the problem. But Casemiro was literally a perfect example of a buy going right. Look at Chelsea's defense. A lot of that's buys going wrong. Look at then the United striker situation, right? We'll have to see what happens with the striker situation, but potentially getting Gakpo, that would have been a huge cost. Getting Weghorst instead, you'll see if that pays off. I feel like Ten Hag will do a good job with him. He always loves a tall striker. I think that would benefit him well. The question is, will United be able to play a system around that? And how does it affect people like Rashford? He could make anyone in a beast. I saw a video of him talking to Cruyff when he was a little kid. And he was explaining to Cruyff the difference between youth players and paid professionals on how you should treat them. He was telling Cruyff, literally, 13-year-old Ten Hag was telling Cruyff that a player in during his youth development shouldn't get screamed at because if he made a mistake, he most likely isn't playing every single day in practices and has to learn from it in a nurturing environment. Versus a professional, if they're getting paid big money and they're practicing every day and there's a reoccurring problem, there's probably something else there. Just the coaching ability at that age was crazy, man. Yeah, I like what he's doing there. I think what I like more than anything, regardless of how the season finishes out, I like how well Arsenal and United are doing. Because it reminds me of the days in the Prem when those teams were fighting for the best in the Prem. That's a beautiful thing to see. I was getting kind of sick of the Man City Liverpool era. It was getting kind of repetitive. Like a month ago, I was so sure Aaron Wan-Bissaka was going to leave. Now he's so good. I was playing football. My coach kept yelling at me in the dressing room, and I was breaking down in tears because he was breaking me mental, like 13-year-old Ten Hag said. Yeah, I'll be honest. One of the reasons why I didn't continue playing football, one, concussions, obviously. But if I'm being honest, it was my coach, one of the quote-unquote better coaches I had in terms of like experience. The way he talked to me completely made me fall out of love of the game. I was so afraid to make a single mistake under him because of the way he would just yell at you for no reason. It made me less confident when I played. When your coach should be making you more confident. Even though I loved the guy, fantastic dude off the pitch. When you're on the pitch, he just put so much responsibility on you and put expectations so high that you could, one, never really meet them, but they weren't laid out in a way where you knew what he wanted. He just kind of yelled the yell, which for me, when I got one of my last concussions under him and I was sidelined and I had to like essentially become the assistant coach for my club team, we'd watch practice together and he'd make comments to me. He'd be like, I miss you so much, man. I wish you didn't have your concussion so you could play out there. And like hearing him say that, I would have never thought that the way he treated me when I was on the field. Calling me names, screaming at me. And part of that too was he was a center back as well. And he played professionally in Italy. Never made it to the Serie A, but I think he was in the second or third division. I just didn't like it at all. Ironically enough, my best coach I ever had didn't really play himself. And when he did play sports, he was more of a basketball player. He played in college, Division I for basketball. And he was probably the best football coach I ever had. Because he was able to have a system in play. He had a formation he wanted. He saw the players he had to use. He made them fit that system. He had a common message that everyone could believe in. And he was able to have everyone hold each other accountable. Fitness levels, mentality, bedtimes, all that stuff. And that for a bunch of young high schoolers is extremely important. Stop because we had two teams, the one with people from my year and the one with people a year older. Both coaches had sons and they're a year older. If we were playing at the same time, they would take players from us. Nah. Is Nesta a screamer? Maybe he is. I don't mind if a coach screams if there's direction behind it and you know what the screaming's for. Pointless screaming I hate. Like, excitement screaming's one thing. Belittling screaming's another. We're like only 8 people and our parents as coaches. Jeez. Jason, not anymore, buddy. So we're going to make a video on it, maybe for tomorrow. We got to kind of see how prices settle. Since there's new requirements for the smaller League SBC, it's no longer 11 players from the same team, maximum of silver. It's now maximum of silver 6 from the same team. So every team's usable now. So now it's going to be kind of like last year. We have to look up silver lib prices as the market across the board. And right now it seems like everything's going for about 800 within the hour. So anything that you bid on under that is profit. The only bad thing right now is with marquee matchups, there's still a ton of cards just being spread onto the market. And we haven't seen where prices are going to land. The repeatable SBC for the 82 plus goes away tomorrow. So people are going to focus more on League SBCs then. If there's not another repeatable coming out, so that's going to affect prices. So whatever prices you were used to with the libs before, we kind of have to figure out what these new prices are going to be. That's the only like sucky thing right now. Coaches yell just to yell, and I think it's a mix of generations too. Like, as much as I hated that coach yelled at me, I knew that was how he was coached. So I don't blame him in knowing that's what he learned from. However, I'm a firm believer of just because the past generation did something doesn't mean you need to do it. You can learn from it and improve. I think this next generation is doing that for sure when it comes to coaching. But also, too, like, if a coach is screaming at me, I think Vincent Kompany is a perfect example of this. I watched a video of Vincent Kompany screaming at his team in the locker room. And the way he was screaming had purpose to it. He was calling out not even individual players. He was calling out the whole team's performance, including his own. The goals they had set up for themselves, how they didn't live up to it, and what they needed to do to improve. So there's direction to the screaming. There's the the energy in his voice, showing that he cares. There's passion there. There's discussing what the problem is, a solution of how to fix it, and then when it comes to blame, not calling an individual out where they feel they're getting dogpiled on, but that everyone has responsibility in the loss, including the coach. Like, for me, those are the coaches you want to play for, man. Because coaches are in and out. Coaches aren't always there. As much as I hated that Alex Neil left Sunderland to go to Stoke, behind the scenes, you had almost all the players run to the coaches' rooms and then trying to talk to the higher-ups at Sunderland to keep Alex Neil there. They didn't understand if it was he was going to get more money at Stoke, if it was a better contract there, if he was sick of being at Sunderland, whatever it was. There was a ton of players who loved playing under Alex Neil and would have died for the man. And then he left, sadly. At the time, it was like a mixed message of whether or not he did it for himself, if it was something that the Sunderland board did wrong, if he was being greedy. Now he's sucking at Stoke. he's telling Stoke that he would really like to invest in the youth academy and have young players that he can progress. And everyone in the comments is just Sunderland fans ratioing them, being like, it sounds like the perfect scenario at Sunderland. Yeah, I love strict coaches, yeah. I love a strict coach that sees the potential in you and can explain it to you in a way. And you also have to be on the same page too, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a professional that comes to mind. Maybe Dele Alli at Spurs would be a good example. Under Mourinho. Mourinho's really good of understanding the potential of players and explaining it to them in a way where he shows them where they can progress in and the potential they have, and it's up to them to work for it. I think Dele Alli is a perfect example of a coach laying it out, a player hearing it but not really hearing it and not really wanting it. Yeah, Foot Champs will be sweaty throughout Team of the Year for sure. What's your favorite Netflix series? I got two. So Criminal Minds is always a go-to. If you like kind of true crime and stuff like that. Mindhunter. If you like true crime and mystery and stuff. Mindhunter, 2 seasons long on Netflix. Really good. If you've watched Criminal Minds before, Criminal Minds is based on the Bureau of the FBI that focuses on, what's it called? I'm blanking on the name. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Dang it, I've watched it so many times. It's the department that does... They obviously try to catch serial killers. But what is it called? Profiles. Behavioral Analysis Unit. So, in the... they call it the BAU. Behavioral Analysis Unit. For the BAU... What Mindhunters does is Mindhunters is right before the BAU becomes a thing. So it's the development of the FBI figuring out they would need those sort of tools, which I find really interesting how they put that together. If I can get a red Rashford for tomorrow, then I don't care if I get a Team of the Year. See, people are trying to convince me that I need to play champs for a red Thiago Silva, but I'm going to play his flashback instead, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Last of Us series is really good. It's on HBO, though. It's not on Netflix. But I have 100K, which packs attacker, midfielder, or defender. Depends on which ones you want to pack. If it's a shot in the dark anyways, and you really aren't going to have a chance to pack any of them realistically, which one would you rather go for? Go for a Benzema, Mbappe, Messi type player, or a midfielder or a defender? Yeah, HBO is where it's streaming on, The Last of Us. Do you think if I list Libs Silvers for 1K now in the night, overnight, I think some will sell. The way it's going to work is you're going to see a lot of one teams still bought out. So you're going to have to start looking for like which team is the cheapest solution, which one's more popular. Those will rise a couple hundred above, but you're not really going to see as many cards shoot to like 2K plus anymore. What I think the Libs are going to look like this year is eerily familiar to last year, where mass bidding throughout the day and lazy listing or selling into the evening, late UK, is going to be perfect. But you need a steady market for that. There's way too much supply right now to really list anything at the moment. I would not list anything right now. I would try to look at the buy now and bid less in it, but I'm waiting to sell later into the evening. Any cards you see me list now is just to keep enough space for me to keep bidding, realistically. HBO isn't available in my region. There may or may not be a service that can automatically move you to any destination in the world that would be available in your new region. Defender. I'm down 80K because of club stocking. You're not down 80K. You've invested 80K into club stocking. There's a difference. You haven't lost the coins. But I get what you mean. I have almost 400,000 into libs. If anyone has an investment, I think I have a little bit. Do you think Centurions Fred will fall over Team of the Year? I think almost every special card that has any sort of value will in some way fall during Team of the Year. Dude, what are all these new SBCs? What to do? Make money off of them, I guess. League SBCs, you got the same bigger one, and then the smaller one they made even better. So, there's that. You've been chewing for an hour straight. Goddamn, so annoying. Fuck this shit piece. There you go. If it was a problem for an hour, why didn't you say something sooner, bro? I didn't realize you could hear it. I didn't hear a single complaint up until that point. Was it that loud? For Team of the Year, I'll grind League SBCs every day until it's gone. Want infinite fodder. When are our defenders coming? Was what loud? I was chewing gum for the past 2 hours. Did anyone know I was chewing gum? Was it that loud? I didn't think it was. Maybe if I was like here, going like that, but... Props that dude, though. He was here for a full hour listening to me chew gum and didn't say a single thing about it. Props to you, man. I can't even be mad about that. Appreciate it, brother. Have a good rest of your night if you don't want to be here. PC market's so weird. Yeah. You bid for them 750 and sell for 800. I looked... Okay, couple things. We'll definitely have to make a video on this for tomorrow. I haven't done the League SBCs yet, so we won't make a how to grind the League SBCs yet. They'll have to wait. It'll be later. For tomorrow, I'll make a video on how to do silver trading now, because I think that's what a lot of people want to know with the libs. The way to do it now is literally every team is usable, and every team has less value than it did before. Because instead of 11 players maximum of silver from the same team, it's now maximum of 6 from the same team. At the same time that we have a marquee matchups with 2 packs that contain silvers, and at the same time we have a repeatable SBC out. So every factor that would send prices down has sent prices down. The bad news with that is the constant supply of these cards with these low prices and everyone already having some level of lib players trying to sell at prices they were before, then having to list for less, is causing this spiraling down motion in the market that has happened since new content. The good news is, as supply for marquee matchups dries up, as the repeatable goes away from tomorrow, and people get more into the league SBCs, people look more and more at these cards. Now, what are the price ranges going to look like, or what should you be paying attention to? Instead of excluding teams anymore, it's going to be more of just you look for what cards are going for, and you pick them up for less. So earlier, every card was going for 800 within the hour. So if you wanted 100 coins per card minimum, you'd bid up to 700 coins, you'd compare price and sell. However, selling right now is a bad idea if you're trying to maximize your profit. The reason why is buy nows are on the way down in terms of everyone's trying to outlist each other or undercut each other, but the bids are drying up. So what will happen for the next, I would say, 4 hours is you're going to see a lot of UK people start going to bed. You're going to see a lot of cards get off the market. You're going to see people still online doing League SBCs, buying out certain teams. You'll see a rise in those cards. We showed you a Seto Poteno already. We sold a lot of Seto Poteno cards for 900 coins, which is 100 plus more than what the SBCs are going for right now. And some of them we listed way too low. They went for 800. So you could look at the cheapest teams being used and the SBC solutions. Those will most likely shoot up. But we don't have specific prices that they're at yet. Yeah. So a couple different things you can do. If you're someone who's going to be doing League SBCs anyways, libs are super cheap right now, which means it's easier to do the SBC. Go ahead and keep doing the SBC over and over. If you're doing Silver Eredivisie look like they were down for a bit. Go invest in those cards. Go invest in the League One ones. So when they pop up, you can make more profit on them. We picked up, I think, 5 or 6 cards for under a K. Everything's going for 1.4 plus, I think, right now for the 20 team, I believe. So there's still coins to be made. It's just not going to be a copy and paste what it was before. If anything, libs are going to look like they did last year now. Look at that. Everything's 1.6. So all those cards I picked up at 1,000 or under were already up coins on. Just like that. So bro, go to Footbin and find a team that's using the SBC solution. Any team that's using an SBC solution that's at the top of the list, think logically in terms of the people who look at that list, who don't know how to do the SBC. They'll look at that and they'll buy it out no matter what the price is. So 20 is a perfect example. 20 was under 1,000 coins for a lot of the players. Now they're up. The reason why they're up is it was at some point, I'm assuming, one of the cheapest solutions because it was getting pretty low. So then people started using it because it was cheap. They bought it out. It stayed there for a bit. Less cards on the market. People keep buying it out. They're familiar with it now, so they'll keep buying it out instead of other teams. Prices go up. Which then, if the prices go up, creates a sniping market, which you could sit here and theoretically snipe under. Which if I went to my club right now, we have over 3,000 coins made on a single card. Just like that. Boom. Easiest coins you'll ever make. Maybe you say libs will go up, but won't Team of the Year pack supply cause them to drop soon? The marquee matchups right now is already causing them to drop. Realistically, you got to look at it like this. Could they theoretically get lower? Yes, but with League SBCs, there's a certain element of value they will always have, right? Because people are doing League SBCs and will continue to do League SBCs, there's a certain value to them. When there's a repeatable out right now, which there's an 82 plus right now, not everyone does League SBCs. It's split between the two. So there's less value in the League SBC cards. Just like last time, anytime you had a player pick or repeatable SBC, when it went away, people focused on the leagues, they went up in value. It's just that the buy nows were already higher, so that was easier to see. We don't know what the prices are going to be yet, so we don't know what these are going to settle at. Before we knew what they settled at, we don't know what the prices are going to be yet. Could their average price theoretically get lower and they sit at 700 within the hour no matter what the card is? Sure. Just like they were 1,000 before and they kept dropping. But as long as you're bidding less than the buy now and flipping, you'll always make coins no matter what it is. Does that make sense? Really need advice because I'm planning on investing a shit ton tonight in libs. I'm at 1.3. So club stock for what you appear to think is the lowest buy now possible and mass bid less than that. And you're good to go. But I would look at Silver Eredivisie and Silver League One, man. You just saw us sell a couple cards that we picked up for under 1,000 coins that were sitting on the market for a couple of minutes. And then they're using a solution, they shoot up. If I were you, honestly, I would maybe pick 4 or 5 different Eredivisie teams that can be used and 4 or 5 different League One teams that can be used. I'd buy all their silvers if you see them close to 1,000 coins. I would just sit on them in your club. Double, triple your coins on a lot of them. What are some good Eredivisie clubs to buy? We have a whole video talking about that, buddy, in our playlist. If you want to look at our trading tip playlist, we go over that in the sniping video as a sniper in the thumbnail. I'm new. Welcome, buddy. At 501K, I got Courtois and Thiago Silva. What should I do? Do in terms of trading or what? What? I don't know what your goal is. Yeah, I'll record the live video for tomorrow because I think that's an important one to touch on with this community. I feel like we're going to hear that a lot tomorrow. A lot of people asking the same questions, so we'll have that video up tomorrow for you dudes. Another thing about mass bidding and listing and seeing what's selling, you get an idea of which teams are rising or you get an idea if the market's moving up or down. Because the slower it is for things to sell at a certain price, I don't even need to check. I have an idea that the market's going down a little bit, which means you can adjust the prices you're bidding at. So if I'm bidding at 700 to win in most things, maybe I switch to 650, right? Which 50 coins a card might not feel like much, but if our average bid on 100 plus cards is 50 less, and then the average buy now increases another 150 overnight, that's a 200 coin push in the other direction in the profit. That adds up. I'm going to sleep. Have fun, Mumbo. Thanks for the advice. If you hit the gym today, make sure it's lightweight, baby. Lightweight, baby! I did my workout already. I need to do some cardio, though, in a little bit. I'll be bidding on libs when I do cardio. So you do a mix between mass bidding? Yep, so the way I do this, if you guys are newer here, I mass bid on the libs. I typically will sell a lot of these 4 hours from now. 3-4 hours from now. Because I'm from the United States. So I get the benefit of being able to sell late into the evening when a lot of UK people are offline. And what I'll do is when I'm waiting for things to sell, I'll snipe and make coins too. So it's twofold. A lot of the things you see me bidding on right now, I might be listing, but those aren't to really make as many coins as possible. It's more about testing the market and having stuff selling. The main stuff is the investments. I have over 300 libs. Actually, probably 400 to 500 right now that we essentially have that we're waiting for prices to go up. And then when we do that, we go back and forth between Eredivisie sniping then. So let's take a look at Eredivisie. That's a rare. Rares are needed. Take an easy 700 coins just like that. Oh, baby. Too easy. Take another 1,000 coins. Welcome back, League SBCs, baby. I'll double my coins, please. I'm waiting for the 200 buy now to pop up. I just want to burn out for 600 coins. Only one on the market. GG. I don't want to stand around. I want to trade. Well, buddy, you're watching us do it live. And we have videos on all of these methods. So you don't have to be standing around. You can do the same exact things we're doing. You can take a look at the trading playlist. I've said this a couple times already. It's the one with the sniper in the thumbnail. If you want to see our Eredivisie method. Live videos in there too. 400 coins on that card. Let's go, baby! What SBC? League SBCs, buddy. The silver Eredivisie cards. The videos and the trading playlist. You just click on that link I put in chat. It's the one with the sniper in the thumbnail. We made 1.4 million coins in a single week doing this method. So if you don't want to be sitting around and actually doing something like you said, what a perfect way. We just picked this one up 20 minutes ago for 700 coins. Or I think this one was 800. My bad. I lied. And we sold it for 4.1. So if that sort of thing is appealing to you, by all means, feel free to take the couple minutes to watch that video and see our filters, the different teams we use, and apply similar ideas. Should we try with a different one? Let's see. Let's try NEC. How's NEC doing? You know what? NEC is kind of looking kind of low. I might send some of these to the club. Probably going to get 1,000 coins on each and every single one of these cards I'm throwing in the club. With patience. Can we get a rare? Oh, here's a right back. Perfect. How much are rares going for? Oh, there's a striker. Pick up the striker too. That'll easily go to 2K plus. If rares aren't showing up at this price, goalkeeper. Their center back. We'll toss in the club. Where are the rares, man? There we go. 1.6. It's the next lowest. 1.7 of the same guy. Look at that, boys. If you're picking him up and you needed a different card, oh my gosh. That one's usually one that goes 3 to 4K. And he gets chem because I think you need center mids in the solution, don't you? That right wing, I'd probably want to try to snipe and not directly pick him up. How are you buying like that? You go to your squad. You hit L1 to go over to the transfer market, and the filter doesn't go away. It stays there. Yes and no, Jason. There are some that if we notice they're incredibly low versus where they normally are, we'll quote-unquote invest in them. AKA wait like 20 minutes for them to raise in price because they'll typically have a cheapest solution, or you'll see undercuts like that. Because, like, think about it. You're not selling to people who are trying to make a profit, right? Who are you selling to when we do this? We're selling to people who are buying out League SBCs. If the price of the market is a certain price, they'll buy it out at that price. So if I was someone going through NEC right now, and I use this as my one team, let's say a poor soul comes here a half an hour later, right? And he has a bunch of silvers in his club, and he's trying to get, or he has nothing in his club, he's trying to do NEC. Okay, what is he going to do? For 1K, he's going to buy one of the cams, right? That's one player. Now he's to 1.2. He has maybe a CDM, right? And a lot of these guys were sniping under 1K as well in the meantime. Here's a center back, here's a left wing, so maybe up to 4. He get a striker, so maybe he has 5. On center back here and there, left back, 6, 7. He needs some rares, though. Where's he going? Does he have bronze rares? He's got the bronze right here. Oh, wait. wait. Pause. Hold the phone. Use this logic, right? If the silver rares are all like 1,300 plus, a lot of them push in. Actually, no. They're 1.7 minimum, I think, right now, right? So if they need a rare, the next cheapest is the bronzes, right? So if you need one more rare, you'd buy a bronze rare rather than that silver rare, correct? Alright, I'm fine with those at that price. Is the market glitched now? What's going on? Has to be glitched. Otherwise, they're up to almost 2.5 now. What's the lowest buy now for silver? 1.3? So I'll set at 1.1. Bros on a grind. Mumbo, you know for a fact there's going to be that one lucky soul who packs all 32 of your attackers. Mbappe, Benzema, attacker packs. I know there's going to be a dude who breaks every Team of the Year etiquette and opens all his packs right now and ends up getting an Mbappe, or like you said, all 3. And then my poor soul is going to be opening packs all week with a full team and probably won't get a single one. Hello, my friend. How's it going? Just made 700 coins on that guy. GG. It's going fantastic, man. How's it going for you, dude? I have a question. Do you think it's worth making 182 plus for the objective and make it... Wait. For the objective? When you say objective, do you mean the 80 plus? Because there's no objective for the 82 plus. And no, I would not buy out the 80 plus. I would craft the 80 plus throughout throughout your packs you're opening up throughout Team of the Year. Because you'll eventually get silvers in packs and open them up. If you're doing League SBCs, there's a ton of packs that have silvers in them. Throw the silvers from those packs into there and slowly craft them. Brought a silver for 1.7 when his bids are 2.5. GG. Why don't you just 50 packs tomorrow just for the content and stream? Because one, I can't tell you which packs are in front. If I did packs for the stream tomorrow, I'd have to open them up on the web app, which no one wants to see, versus console. Two, any packs open is a waste versus a full Team of the Year opening them. So if I spent a lot of coins making the packs, I would feel it was pointless to open them now. I'd be able to put them into nothing I'd want to put them into. The one thing I can open, though, is the Attackers pack. I have all the Attackers packs done, so we could open those up on web app tomorrow. Everything else would be a waste. Sorry, I meant the 82 plus. Wait, pause. Do you mean you meant the 80 plus? Because the 80 plus is the objective. There's no objective for the 82 plus. If you meant the 82 plus and no objective, and you're asking if you should buy out 82 pluses that expires tomorrow, yeah, go for it. How many packs do you have? Das, the bottom left corner of your screen, buddy. There is a pack with a number on it. That is the amount of packs we have. And once we start opening, we'll change that to a Team of the Year and a Team of the Year nominee. And we'll put both of those on screen. It's the hope from the Attackers pack that kills us. According to EA's loading screen, they're trying to trick people into thinking we're getting the full Team of the Year tomorrow. We'll see how many people fall for that. And Team of the Year icons tomorrow? Yeah. Think about it, though. What packs of yours can pack icons? Unless they're saying Team of the Year icons can somehow be available in... Wait, hold on. Actually, are they saying Team of the Year icons are available in repeatable SBCs? They won't count as a league for league specific. But just like the World Cup ones were packable in like player picks and stuff, right? These will be available in packs too, correct? For repeatables, not just like promo packs and league SBCs. Like if I did a bunch of 82 pluses, I'd have a chance at packing the icons. For the Team of the Year ones, not normal icons, because I know I can't pack normal icons. Yep, just like the World Cup one. Nice. It's going to be awesome, man. You sold for 3K when I bought them for 950. I'm telling you, brother, when you get used to Silver Eredivisie sniping, your mind is not going to be able to comprehend the amount of coins you can make. Our best in a week was 1.4 million coins off of it. I find doing that and bidding and flipping is like the best thing you can do. So I'll do like my silver bids, I'll flip them. I'll do this. All right, could prices be moving up a little bit on some of the cards? Or get into 7 o'clock my time? All right, can I win a bunch for 650? Let me cook real quick. What's everyone up to right now? Let me know your guys' plan for like the next 2 weeks. Are you guys opening anything tomorrow? Or are you trying to get to a certain amount of packs? Me for like the next week is going to be constant making coins and making some more packs. That way we have even more resources for the full team of the year. Does it matter what league it's silver for? Does it matter what league it's silver for 250 are in? Wait, Twitch, can you reword that question, buddy? I'm confused at what you're asking. I'm just confused. I want to make some packs. I made 400k this week, so I want to reward myself. I don't know where to start. Okay, you made 400k? I'm going to tell you how to have best of both worlds. You theoretically made 400k this week. If you buy out 300k worth of 82 pluses, mass bid on gold rares and mass bid on gold commons, you have made a net total profit 100k this week while crafting a crap ton of packs. Should be your mindset if you're trying to do both. Does that make sense? So again, I'll use that other week when I did the Silver Devise sniping and we made 1.4 mil. I could put 1 million coins into packs and still be up for the week. If you start looking at it a little bit more long-term like that rather than like hour by hour or coin total by coin total, it becomes a lot easier to relax yourself at realizing what time you should make packs and what time you should do trading or investing. If you've already made a crap ton, yeah, dude, reward yourself. You could do that with promo packs too. If I wanted to, I could say, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. We should open something tomorrow. Maybe I do some sniping tonight. Make another 50 to 100k. And if there's a 50k promo pack, we buy it out tomorrow. And still be up in profit. That sort of thing. Does it matter what leagues? Silvers are 650 right now. Silver rares are 650. Silver commons are 650. Do you notice a difference? Because that's just false for commons. Is it rares? Rares, okay. They expire for 650. And they're getting sniped pretty quickly for 600. So you could snipe for under. Or mass bid for under too. You're just going to have a lot of competition, right? The beauty in Silver Eredivisie is they're higher than the lowest buy nows of silvers on the market. So you're not competing against all the bots and all the people who are trying to get the bare minimum on cards. You know the value of the team you're working with. So when you see a card pop up on the market, it could be there for a couple of seconds before it gets sniped. And you could make way more profit on it, right? When we sniped that center back from 20 for 800 coins and we sold them for, was it over 3K or was it over 4K? We were able to do that because we understood the value in it and what it'd get to. You're not going to be competing against the person who's looking at the lowest buy nows and stuff. I'd be careful with that though, Twitch, because silver rares and silver commons in general, because of the 80 plus, are already up in value. It's not like it's an investment. You're not investing in them thinking they're going to get higher because of something. They're already high. I'd have the fear of what's going to cause them to plummet. What's the best way to grind the premium SBC? I'm going to link you our trading playlist, buddy. We should have a video in there of how we did the last premium SBC, which is important because it's the same exact SBC this time. So if you want to see on how I did the SBC, feel free to take a look at that. It's also in the description of the stream. It's the second link. It says Premium Winter League upgrade, but it's the same exact SBC. But we have to make a silver lib trading video for tomorrow. We have to talk about silvers a little bit more. And then we'll make, later this week, maybe another one of those videos or the other League SBC. Or cover them both in a video or two separate videos. I have to figure it out. Jumping in to drop a like before I go to sleep. I hope you're well, Mumbo. And best of luck for Team of the Year. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Okay, we're consistently winning for 650. That's good. How about 600? You try 600. Trying to make as many coins right now for Team of the Year, but flipping is impossible. SHB, were you here watching us snipe silver out of these? Very easy to make coins right now. And again, for the millionth time, these cards, we don't know what their prices are going to be yet. They're constantly getting flooded on the market due to marquee matchups today. So in theory, yes, that and having the repeatable 82 plus out, these should be lower in value right now. They're not going to be the price they used to be, because the League SBC is way easier to do this time around. So they're not going to get to the values they were last time with the libs. So yes, there's going to be, right at this very moment as we're speaking, a limited window to flip these versus what they used to be. But don't think about what they used to be. Start looking at what they are now and react to the market. Even in my head, I refuse to bid on Carcass, which I should stop that. I know why I do it. So your goal is to make a lot of coins. Then why are you selling right now? Why wouldn't you invest in them right now if that's your goal, brother? Mass bid on them if you think they're low and you think they're going to get higher, and then snipe some Eredivisie or do something else. I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself that's not needed, buddy. You're conflating two different things. You're conflating bidding and selling, having to do it at the same time. You don't. Perfect example of silver Eredivisie cards. If you snipe and sell right after, a couple minutes later, they could be 1,000 coins higher if it's the cheapest solution. Same thing with lib right now. We've noticed if the lib is the cheapest solution, not as much of a rise, but they go up a couple hundred in a market where they're already fallen and there's a ton of supply. That's crazy to think it still does that. Yeah, there's no set in stone sound method yet with the libs because we don't know where their prices are going to land. Once we realize the repeatable SBC is gone, when we see how many people are doing League SBCs, we'll see what their prices fall to. We go from there. What you do in the meantime is you either invest in these or you flip these for whatever they're worth. That's all you can really do. I have almost 500k coins in the libs right now. We're loaded. This is the move in my opinion. Yeah. The things you see me list now, I'm not listing because I'm trying to make profit on them. I'm listing to see where the market's at. I have hundreds already that we're invested in. So like you'll see me list a bunch of cards and it might be the same price or a little bit above. The reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to see what's moving. I'm gathering slowly over time more market information. That being said, I'm going to continue to invest, but I'm going to go work out. So I'm going to end it here. We will be live tomorrow for the start of Team of the Year, where we will open the attackers packs that we have saved up. We might do like a promo pack or something, but for the most part, the rest of our save packs we're going to keep saving. Okay? Sound good? How many packs you got so far, Ishmael? The bottom left corner of the screen, buddy, there is a pack with a number on it. That is our pack number, dude. Yeah, we will be live 4 hours after new content tomorrow. We'll have a countdown timer so you see it. If you're new here during the week, I live in the United States, so we go live right when I get out of work, which is 4 hours after new content. If you want to join the Discord, it's free to join. Link is in chat, also in the description as well. Feel free to join that. We also put notifications in there when we go live, so you know when we're live too. If YouTube doesn't notify you. Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. God bless.